Hello, everyone. First of all, let me thank you all for coming here today. So, let me introduce myself and my partner. My name is Konskon Apichatkun, and my partner, Bosim Tabasasis. Today, we would like to tell you about gap year. In Thailand, there is not much talking about gap year, and a few people know about it. So, today, we will tell you about what gap year is and what are its pros and cons. We have divided our presentation into three parts. We will start off by showing you what gap year is. Then we will move on to gap year's motivations. And finally, we will talk about the gap year experience. Our presentation will talk about 8 minutes. Please feel free to interrupt you ask anytime with questions and don't worry about taking notes. We will be hanging out copies of the PowerPoint slides at the end of our talks. Okay, shall we get started? What gap year is? In this part of our presentations, I would like to tell you what gap year is. A gap year is a semester or full year of experience learning typically. It takes between high school graduations and college enrollments, and during which students engage in various educational and developmental activities, such as travel or some type of regular works. Students who take gap year typically achieve a goal in minority and are better prepared to benefit from higher education or decide the form of education they wish to pursue. Next.
Okay, let's move on the next point. Gap year motivation. This will explain why a lot of people want to go gap year. Many people might think that what you get from gap year is money, fun, or connection with stranger. But the important thing that most people forget is the experience. As you can see in this graph, the most reason why people want to go gap year is gain experience, life, and personal growth experience, with the most vote up to 90%. Next reason is to travel, to see the world, and gain experience from another country with approximately 85 votes. Another reason is they want to break from the traditional academic path with 80% votes. Academic pursuits, volunteer, learn new language, gain the work's experience, and so on. Let's move on to the last point, the gap year experience. Let me give you an example of my true story. When I graduated from high school, I have decided to gap year in Japan because I like Japanese culture and I want to travel around Japan. I went to Japan with my friend. I was really worried at the first because I still don't speak Japanese well, and my friends too. But when I tried, I found a new perspective and new experience. I have both good and bad experience from my travel, such as One day I was lost alone in Japan, in Tokyo Disneyland. I tried to find someone who helped me from this situation, but no one can help me because my Japanese skill is so bad. I cannot communicate with anyone. I just sat and waited in the same space, hoping my friend would find me. That was the worst gap year experience in my life. But as time passes, when I recorded it, I felt really happy about it. I want to say is whether the experience is good or bad, it is a new thing that you can learn and make you get better. I'm now approaching the end of our presentation. I just like to run through our main point again. First, we talk about the gap year, what, what gap year is. Second, we talk about gap year motivation. And finally, we share the gap year experience. We recommend you to go gap year if you have a chance. And when you have a bad experience, don't feel bad about it. When the time passes, you will get better. And when you think back, you're gonna feel funny about it. When you recall it, that's a part of the long journey in your life. And finally, Albert Einstein said, the only source of knowledge is experience. Do you want to gain the new experience? Try to go gap year. Travel to see the world. Make yourself happy and find yourself from that. Thank you for your attention.